On to the 10th on the programme. It's a really good one to finish. It's a Class 2 over the 1,200 metres, headed by Line Seeker, a 4-time course and distance winner. Shamal, a 5-time course and distance winner. House of Fun, a 3-time course and distance winner. Southern Legend gets a gear change. Visor's gone for the first time. High Fives, first up. He's behind Southern Legend back end of last year. Hard Promise makes his Hong Kong debut. Jumbo Luck goes up in class here. Sleep Education, formerly in South Africa. Another debutant, and down to Pingu Spark. Very impressive when winning last time out course and distance.
Yeah, good race, and there's a guaranteed pace here. I thought Shamal loves to go forward. No prizes for guessing what he'll do. Jumbo Luck also raced prominently last year. House of Fun from a wide draw. He'll not want to be messing around either, so he'll inject some pace wide. Pingu Spark has been prominent too, so yeah, good to fast. I can live with that.
Yeah, especially with Shamal in the race. Hard Promise is one of the debutants. I thought I'd show him. Now, he's 11.22 pounds, so I think whatever he does, he's going to improve on this horse. There seems to be plenty left there for the Armin Lee team to work with. But I just thought I'd show his piece of work. Jumbo Luck, he's got this funny action, isn't he, Jumbo Luck? But, geez, he's talented. He's a really nice horse, and he's likely to be on the pace as well. And he's really forward for this assignment. And Francis Loy's horses are going really well. That was him there, 25th of September. Then he backed it up on the 28th. So he's had two decent gallops leading into this contest. Karis Teaton's aboard for this one. And, of course, Karis will take the mount on race day as well. So from barrier 4, he should get a nice run. I expect him to run well, looking at his track work. Here's Pingu Spark. Now, Pingu Spark, nice even work for him. He's a beast of a horse, and he's 1,300 odd pounds, big grey horse, and but he can gallop. There's no question. It was an impressive win last time.
Yeah, he looks most progressive, and well, the weather was certainly a bit better this morning.
Yeah,
anyway.
I was about to say, this is him not so dirty. Back on the 27th of September, more the steely grey rather than the dirty grey there. And again, he's had those two gallops in between. So he hasn't missed his work, and he's improved. So I think he'll be very tough to beat. But he's come up very short.
$1.70
yeah.
Early market here. It's probably a good place to start then, in actual fact, isn't it, with our favourites and this win. Just his second start, but just kept rolling.
Yeah, nice lead in there, wasn't it? So here's Pingu Spark winning. Once he flattened out, he just ran away. And I think he's a really nice horse. He comes into this race with a really light weight. So I think he's going to be really tough to beat in this particular contest. Not happy with the price. $1.70, $2.10 sort of speaks for himself. Someone's placed a hefty win bet on him at this very early stage. But Derek Longaport, I expect him to win.
And he was unlucky in his first run as well. There was no pace on, didn't really suit him at all, and he almost managed to overhaul Marvel Tribe. So, yeah, he's a very, very promising horse.
All right, speaking of promising horses, Jumbo Luck. This is him winning, again, course and distance, but this is in Class 3.
Yeah, this is Class 3, but I like this horse, though. He's had the 5 starts, he's won 3 times, he's won his last 2, and he comes in, obviously, with the lightweight as well from barrier 4. Can sit him behind. I think he's going to give Pingu Spark the most to do.
Yeah, the handicapper hasn't missed him, gone from 52 to 82 last season, but he's managed to deal with all the obstacles put in his way so far, and I don't see why from gate 4 he can't run a good race. So, yeah, definitely one for the shortlist.
One you've liked in the past, Andrew?
He is, yeah. He's a big horse as well. You watch some of his trials, he just let his stride go. He just covers some ground. He's a very progressive individual indeed. So there's 2 down. Still got a few to tick off the list. Let's go to Line Seeker next, and his trainer, Paul O'Sullivan.
Line Seeker, Paul, what are your expectations first up with him?
Very honest horse, and he comes to hand pretty quickly too. He's a light frame sort of horse, but you know, if he's got a better barrier than what he's had in the past, so he could take up a sort of midfield position. I'd expect him to round it off pretty well, but 7 pounds off his back's going to be a big help.
Were you happy with the way that he trialled leading in?
Yeah, he trialled. He probably did a little bit more in the trial than what I really wanted, you know, but he's come through the trial fine, and he should be competitive.
He's had a few little issues along the way. What's he been like to train? Well,
there's nothing to him. You know, he's a narrow horse. He's had a wind operation. Paul Robinson is one of the best I've ever seen in my life. You know, he's come back perfect. So, but he's starting to get to a mark now that's going to be a little bit difficult for him. And, you know, possibly later in the season, some of those handicap races with a light weight, you could see him running 1 or 2 of those.
Yeah, it's a super trial, wasn't it, from Line Seeker there. Very eye-catching indeed. Let's move on, though. Southern Legend, this is actually quite a nice trial as well, and House of Fun. Again, we've seen this trial already. Some very nice horses going around here.
Absolutely, yeah. Another one. He won 5 races last year. House of Fun had a fantastic 16-17 campaign, went from 54 to 98 in the ratings. Slightly tricky draw, though, to overcome on Sunday afternoon. That might be a problem for him. Southern Legend's a bit of an enigma. Absolutely hacked up at Happy Valley, didn't he, when that big bonus was on the table. I thought
the ground he's making.
I know, yeah, and I thought that the run first up the season was a bit disappointing. Interesting, he was back to the trials, though. I think he's one to consider.
House of Fun can pull a lot in the morning,
Yeah.
so he's can undo himself with that type of thing. He looked hot there too, didn't he?
Yeah. Odds-on favourite then, Paul, but I thought there was a few in this.
Yeah, I like Pingu Spark as a horse, so I think he's a really nice horse, and I think he can monster them out of it here. He's a big beast of a horse, Pingu Spark. To beat Jumbo Luck, he's a nice horse going for the grades as well. Key Witness, unlucky last time. If you have a look at his Happy Valley run, and he has run really well at Sha Tin before, and Line Seeker with the little Prentice Claim will really suit him. Went 14-10, 8-1. I said back 14 to win. I still think he'll win, but just keep an eye on the price. If he's too short, then throw him in with a few Quinellas and stuff.
Yeah, he's interesting, Pingu Spark, in terms of what market will actually do here, because he's not Morera ridden and he's not desperately fashionably trained, and he might have drifted out to a backable price by the end of play at Sha Tin on Sunday afternoon, but he's not particularly backable price at the moment. But he's got to go on top. Line Seeker, if they go a strong pace here, which they almost certainly will, he loves to close off that. He was actually 4th in this very race last year as well. Jumbo Luck is clearly progressive, and Southern Legend I'm going to give another chance to. Definitely, he's obviously a very talented horse. The QQP here, 1 and 14.
Yeah, I think it's a really good race to finish an excellent day's programme. Get to the best bets in a second, though. We're going to focus in, Paul, at the stats for this week. And Chris So. Yeah,
Chris So going very well here. First 4 rate here of 52%, with 3 wins, 4 seconds, and the placings there. And Bravo Watchman, the horse to watch. I think he can win. He's 3 from 3. No reason why he can't go 4 from 4.
Except for Jing Jing Win, we'll find out.
And Super Junior.
There you go. Yeah. Best bets then.
Star Patch, I think he's come back really well from those knee problems, and he had a weak race, tough to beat. Super Junior, do like him though, good price, and should get outside the leader. Really pleased that Mordecus has come out of that race as well. Play of the day, we'll do it in Star Patch's race 1, 2 and 5.
OK, then for me, I'm going to go with Hardball Get on top. He's Niche Way price. Gate 1, Matthew Poon taking the weight off. He's in good form. And Jet Wings should go well, I think, in the big race. I think it's his track and distance. Play of the day for me, race 6, Bravo, Watchman, Starship and Primero.
All right, best bets. The best or the most improved horse last year, DB Pen, getting all this weight off Mr. Stunning. I think it's a race between the two of them, but I think he'll come off best. And Southern Legend in the last, he's going around at a decent price again, $13 at the moment. Hopefully that price holds up. The QQP will go in the last, Southern Legend, Jumbo Luck, and the favourite Pingu Spark. Hopefully that brings about a return. Right, that wraps things up. Just a very quick mention, Chad Schofield's barrier incident at the trials. He's OK, he rides, and so that's good news. A couple of the attendants, though, taken to hospital. We wish them a speedy recovery.
Yeah, it wasn't a nice incident, so hopefully everyone recovers quickly.
All right, well, that's the show. Thanks for watching. On behalf of Paul, John, and the rest of the team, hopefully we'll see you at Sha Tin for the 2 Group 3s, when we will be racing to win.